Hey there, I thought I'll make this video because I have direct experience with what's going on in Venezuela. In the country I grew up with, gone through metamorphosis of socialist communist regime into free economy capitalist that it is right now. And Venezuela is celebrating because it's the best thing that could ever happen to it to get freed from this regime. I remember growing up, I still saw stores that said "chleb," which is in Russian bread. There was no Tom's chleb, Tom's bread. There's no branding because everything owned by the government. That's what socialism, capitalism is: the housing, the transportation, stores. And my grandmother, told me that sometimes, because it's artificial economy in socialism, communism, you take from perceived these people got too much and dividing people that have not enough artificially. So what would happen, they would deliver a certain amount of shoes and they would run out of certain sizes. So you had to get only like too big or too small shoes. Or sometimes they would run out of like meat in the stores and all you would have would be like feet or pig's legs. And you had no choice. You either had to eat no meat or eat whatever there was available. Everything was ugly too because there's no incentive, there's no competition for business to make things pretty or nice. So innovation stagnates because socialism, communism is based on this idea that uh, everybody gets the same and everybody puts the effort that they can. So the effort, you'll just put what you can, but you'll still get the roof over your head. You will still get, meaning free housing. You'll get healthcare. You'll get childcare. You'll get food. And in theory, it sounds good, but in practicality, it's bad because then everybody's equally poor. People that want to work harder or create their own business enterprise, it does not motivate innovation or competition. There's no competition, right? So imagine everything being like a government monopoly. A person is nobody unless you work in the government. Then you, by bribing and by stealing, you can have nicer furniture, nicer home, get imported goods. But if you're just a regular, like a teacher or a doctor or anybody, you'll get very small salary because you don't need a salary, because why would you? Because you already get free housing, right? So the taxes are extremely high. So you work for the government and you can't buy anything from the countries that have free market because their pricing is unattainable to you because you're getting very small salary. So then, you had the iron wall, that there was iron wall. Now Venezuela had another problem because there were drug related business also, that the person that the Maduro that was running the government was also involved in and destabilized the whole region, right? And they were sending drugs to US too, to my knowledge. So I just wanted to say that it's really amazing that Venezuela and hopefully other countries can get out of socialism, communism regimes, because it's extremely suppressive to people that are hardworking and innovative and business-minded entrepreneurs. People that want to sit around, maybe not so bad because they get a lot of free stuff. They used to say in Russia, there was a saying that, and not just in Russia, in USSR occupied countries, it used to say, they pretend they pay us, we pretend we work. So it's really like demoralizing because no matter how hard you work, you'll not get ahead. You'll get the same thing. So what's the point to break yourself to work hard? That's why I really don't like socialism, communism. Now, I said this before, that we do need social net programs. We do need social programs for people that cannot work due to disability or other reasons. They are legitimately taking care of, you know, family members, elders, kids, whatever the case. But we should not incentivize laziness for people that are able-bodied and mind abled, because that's how you get where Venezuela got today. It was really sad station. Hospitals didn't have medication. People were starving. They couldn't have good businesses, or private property was confiscated. So I hope that Americans that sympathize with this socialism idea really listen from the people that experienced, that grew up around it, like myself, because it was just changing the regimes when I was growing up. It was becoming free economy, and you could see how it started flourishing amazingly. Listen, and it says, okay, well, it's not fair to interfere with other country, but if it's destabilizing the region, and you got to deal with thugs like they are, if you got reward for their arrest, then you gotta arrest them. If there's a word for their arrest, they're not a good person, right? So this is a great move for both Venezuela and United States. And I pray every day that we don't see socialism, communism take a grip in the United States ever, because that would be the day I would leave United States. I became a citizen, and I hope I don't have to leave because I literally came because of a free economy and to do business here, not because I wanted handouts or be disincentivized, be made look bad as a business owner or landlord, because we provide services and products, and I work 12 hours a day because I want to, and I deserve to get a reward for it, not give away 50% of my income people that maybe don't want to work 12 hours a day, and don't want to sacrifice. I hope the taxes don't keep rising, or I will just move to the state that is more business friendly, because our state is really not that business friendly. There's worse states than this, but the way it's going, especially Chittenden County, Vermont, is really, really tough. The profits are shrinking, and it's already small margins. So when you add more and more tax onto it, then you're debating whether it's even worth doing business, and makes it harder to pay employees as good or grow the business. So let's hope people realize this and realize that raising the tax not going to solve the problems. We need to have better management in spending, and the right incentives for people to create value products and services, and grow economy that way, increase building abilities, housing for everybody, and that way we can attract more people, more talent here, and it will be great for everybody. And have legal immigration, create proper ways for people to come here easier legally, then people don't have to try to come illegally, because I do not support, because when you come illegally, you're really not a citizen, you don't have rights. If you don't learn the language, you're not going to do that well. So I'm proud American, not born here, but I am citizen, so I want the best for this country where I am at, because if I didn't, why would I move here? Why would I come here if I didn't think this was the greatest country? So this is my 2 cents take it for what it is, but I've seen it, and hope I don't have to live or see it ever again. That's the worst nightmare. Thanks for watching. Please let me know your